All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Chakwadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do it well. And salutations and blessings to you, Akim, that are pushing this word with truth, sincerity, and charity, and risk your lives to do so. And today I want to get into this quick lesson, and I'm going to title it, This is True Riches and Valuables. All right, and what I'm speaking of is this truth, this wisdom and knowledge, understanding these deep mysteries of these prophecies, all right, deep mysteries of the dark sayings of this Bible. Hey, these things have been bestowed upon us, man. All right, the prophets of Yahweh Shema Shai, starting with our elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down. Hey, this is what true riches is. This is what is going to bring you value. Not, what these people have in this world, man. They chasing fame from Esau, Edom, and these wicked people, these scumbags of the world, chasing a dollar bill, which is all a part of Esau Edom's system. And when he crashes this system and brings in a new, then that dollar is not gonna mean anything. It will mean nothing. Unlike something that's an actual currency like silver and gold, those things have real value, and the scriptures surpass that. As it says in the book of Proverbs, the 8th chapter, I believe. These things are above silver and gold. These things are above rubies. Okay, this wisdom and this knowledge, this Bible, not what these people have in this world, man. That ain't true riches. Chasing the dollar bill and trying to be all up on social media and get the notoriety from these people or whatever, man. That's nothing. That means nothing. So I'm going to this. This is Deuteronomy 4 and verse 5. It says, "Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as Yahweh my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Says, keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people." It's like your people. And that's because we're following the words and wisdom of Yahweh Shema Shai. Anything that comes from man is not wisdom. It's not profitable. Only thing that man can breed on his own logic, his own mind, is death. But what Yahweh Shema Shai gives us is eternal life, which is why when you read through Proverbs, well, let me just grab it. But it tells you that it adds life unto you. This wisdom adds life unto you. These laws, statutes, and commandments adds life unto you, because following them is going to help you save your life and prevent you from death. Proverbs 3:1. "My son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. For length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee." And your heart is your mind. It goes back to the Hebrew word lab, right, which is your mind. So taking heed unto these laws, statutes, commandments, the word of Yahweh Shema Shai, that will add long life unto you. That alone is above what this world can give you. All these niggas got money out here in this world, and all these niggas dying. Look at all these rappers dying. Juice WRLD, man, one of the prime examples. And this nigga had all the money in the world, whatever fame or whatever, and overdosed on drugs because he wasn't following wisdom. He was a nigga. Young Thug in jail right now because he's a nigga. He's not following wisdom. YNW Melly. So on and so forth. All these niggas, and eventually all these niggas are going to die. None of these niggas making it, to their 30s. Shit, barely making it to 20. Hey, look at Tay K. Another rapper, Tay K, locked up in jail, man, for murder. Facing death row. I believe YNW Melly facing death row as well. And these are the examples of what not to do. The examples of what not to follow. This is what happens when you follow out the ways of Esau Edom. You be a nigga. You be a degenerate. You be wicked. But following these laws, statutes, commandments, the wisdom of Yahweh Shema Shai, this is what brings you life. This is true life. According to Baruch 4:1. This word is true life. I'm going to read this again. Deuteronomy 4:5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as Yahweh, my power, commanded me, that ye should do so in the land where ye go to possess it. So, and the Lord has given us statutes and judgments, limitations, things that we are to follow, things that we are to live by, things we don't go past, and things we don't do, because it will get you destroyed. It will get you killed. Okay, I commit adultery. That will get you killed. That will have another man seeking your life, looking to put you to death, and he's justified in doing it. That will have the Lord about to take your life, finna put you to death. All right, because you can commit adultery and think don't nobody see you. That's that Sirach, the 23rd chapter. You know, think don't nobody see you, ain't nobody go get you for your wickedness, man. You know, you and that woman can be the most low-key people on the planet Earth, and nobody, you know, ever suspected or never catch y'all. But there's one that's always seeing you, and that's Yahweh Shema Shai, the angels. It says that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun in that same chapter. Okay? Going into that adultery, and the Lord is going to get you. Eventually, you are going to be put to death, and it's going to be in a horrible, gruesome fashion. You know, that's just one element of wickedness. And many more. You know, you don't get away with wickedness, man. At the end of the day, you will be caught for doing that. But point being that following a wickedness and doing something that's wicked will lead to your life being taken away. So it says, keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nation. So this is true wisdom. Following the words of Yahweh Shema Shai is true wisdom. It says that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. So us following this wisdom and this knowledge from the mouth of Yahweh Shema Shai, that's going to keep us stable in these last days. That's going to keep us grounded and not shaken up when all hell breaks loose. Because we already know what Yahweh Shema Shai is saying. We have said all throughout the scriptures. All right, the book of Psalms, man. It said the Lord said his angels and camp around about those that fear him. And we fear Yahweh Shema Shai. We not going in any other way, serving no other God, not bowing down to Esau, Edom. The Lord is going to protect us in these last days. And you have to have faith in every word of Yahweh Shema Shai. And this whole Bible is the law. This whole Bible is wisdom. It says, we shall hear all these statutes, and say, surely this nation is a wise and understanding people. And that's if you're applying the knowledge and words of Yahweh Shema Shai. Then you're wise, then you're understanding. You know, and these things are above everything on this planet. That's what made us the number one nation. Us following the words of Yahweh Shema Shai. And then when we went astray and rejected that and start serving other gods and doing wayward off things, that's when we were destroyed and brought down and put in captivity. That's in Judith the 5th chapter. This is why we're in a position we're in right now, because we weren't following the ways of Yahweh Shema Shai, and we want to do our own thing, which led to our downfall, led to our death, led to this slavery that we in. It's Proverbs 8:10. Here it says, receive my instruction. So receive the instruction, which is the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Shema Shai. And not just, the first 5 books, but the whole Bible. Every word of Yahweh Shai, we have to follow that as well. Going out here on these highways and byways, doing these lessons, that's receiving instruction from the Lord. And not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. So we ain't chasing the bag. We ain't trying to get rich out here in this world, man. A world that's already destined to be destroyed, slated for destruction, slated for failure. Why would you want to chase this place? It's not real riches. It's not real valuable. It's not real values. These things are only going to lead to your death, lead to your downfall, lead to your destruction, lead to your perplexity. Because when all hell breaks loose, these people ain't going to know what to do. You can't call on that dollar bill in that day. You can't cash your way out of judgment. You can't cash your way out of death and destruction. There's no way out of it besides having this wisdom and knowledge and faith of Yahweh Shema Shai. It's the only way for you to get out of it. So it says, for wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be compared, Slakia, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. So you cannot compare anything to wisdom. Nothing. Nothing is above this wisdom. Nothing is even close to this wisdom. And going to the account of King Solomon. Because King Solomon, he asked for wisdom. He didn't ask for rubies, riches, any of those things. Women, none of that. And he got all of it. He had the most substance of any king to ever reign. And that's all because he asked for wisdom from Yahweh Shema Shai. So that just shows you that wisdom is better than all things on this earth. So this is 1 Kings 3 and verse 5. And ultimately, the reason why these people don't want wisdom is because they have no discipline. All right, with wisdom comes discipline. If you want wisdom, you have to be disciplined. And that's what King Solomon said. Wisdom of Solomon, the 7th chapter. You know, he said, I'm gonna just have to grab it. But pretty much diligently, man. This is 1 Kings 3 and 5. And a diligence and study. In Gibeon, Yahweh appeared to Solomon in a dream by night. And Yahweh said, ask what I shall give thee. So he said, hey, what do you want from me? You know? And Solomon said, thou hast showed unto thy servant David, my father, great mercy, according as he walked before thee in truth and in righteousness and in uprightness of heart with thee. Because King David was a man after the Lord's own heart. And thou hast kept for him this great kindness, that thou hast given him a son to sit on his throne as it is this day. And now, O Lord, my power, thou hast made thy servant king instead of David my father. And I am but a little child. I know not how to go out or come in. So he's saying, I don't know how to lead the people. I don't know how to take care of this nation. And thy servant is in the midst of thy people, which thou hast chosen, a great people, and cannot be numbered nor counted for multitude. Give therefore thy servant an understanding heart to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad. For who is able to judge this thy so great a people? So he asked Yahweh Shema Shai for understanding heart, for a heart, a mind aligned with wisdom, so that he can take care of the nation, take care of Israel. You know, lead them in battle. When matters come up, how to take care of them. Not just having money and, women and power. Because eventually that's going to run out. Eventually you're going to fall if you're not aligned to wisdom. Let me grab this right quick. Wisdom of Solomon 6 and what did he say? Verse 17. Going back to the discipline. It says, for the very true beginning of her is a desire of discipline, and the care of discipline is love. So to have wisdom, to apply these things, you have to be disciplined. You have to put your flesh in subjection, because there's going to be times when your flesh is going to want to do something that's against wisdom. You have to put your flesh in subjection. You have to say no. You have to follow the words of Yahweh Shema Shai, the instructions of the Lord. It says, and love is the keeping of her laws, And giving heed unto her laws is the insurance of incorruption. So you are assured to not die. You are assured to have long life if you take heed unto the words of Yahweh Shema Shai. Going back to the Proverbs. It says, in incorruption, make it us near unto Yahweh. So this wisdom ultimately is going to make us near unto Yahweh Shema Shai, because through this word, you get life. Not through what Esau has told our people, not what you think is right, in your own fleshly carnal mind. Even if you ain't following Esau, and you're still following Esau, because this dude is a damn devil, man. He's tricky. He'll tell you can be an atheist. He'll tell you can do your own thing, believe whatever you want to believe. That's the way of Esau, man. That's the way of Esau. I'm going to do what I want to do. Going all the way back to Cain, But this is what make us near unto Yahweh Shema Shai. This is what makes us live forever. And ultimately it's going to cause us to live forever. Because his word is going to be in us. That's what's going to give us everlasting life. And Yahweh Shai is the prime example for that. He walked with wisdom. He lived according to wisdom. And now he's on the right-hand side of Yahweh with eternal life. It says, therefore, the desire of wisdom, bring it to a kingdom. So it's going to get you a kingdom. It says, if your delight be then in thrones and scepters, O ye kings of the people, honor wisdom, that ye may reign forevermore. So wisdom is what's going to cause you to have kingship. It's going to cause you to be the number one guy. Walking in wisdom, according to the words of Yahweh Shema Shai. And the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. What these other people try to call wisdom, they religions and all these other things, man. Or knowing shit inside of Esau, Edom's kingdom, that's not wisdom. That's wickedness, which is not wisdom at all. The words of Yahweh Shema Shai is wisdom. It says, 1 Kings 3 and 9. It says, give therefore thy servant an understanding heart to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad. For who is able to judge this thy so great a people? And the speech pleased Yahweh that Solomon had asked this thing. And Yahweh said unto him, because thou hast asked this thing, and hast not asked for thyself long life, neither hast asked riches for thyself, nor hast asked the life of thy enemies, but hast asked for thyself understanding to discern judgment. And he got all of that. He got all of this. He got the long life, the riches, his enemies. And that's all because he asked for wisdom. It says, behold, I have done according to thy words. Lo, I have given thee a heart, for lo, I have given thee a wise and understanding heart, so that there was none like thee before thee, neither after thee shall any arise like unto thee. And I have also given thee that which thou hast not asked, both riches and honor, so that there shall not be any among the kings like unto thee all thy days. All right, so Solomon walked with wisdom. He asked for that wisdom, and Yahweh Shema Shai gave it to him, and he walked with it. He applied it, he studied it, he lived by it, and the Lord gave him the riches, a kingship like no other king. Israel had prosperity like no other time when King Solomon was ruling, and that's all because he asked for wisdom. Okay, and that's just a prelude to the kingdom, because we're gonna have wisdom in our inward parts. We're gonna have wisdom in us, and our kingdom is never gonna fall. It's never gonna go down, because we're walking in wisdom, walking according to the words of Yahweh Shema Shai. It says that it said in that Wisdom of Solomon, the 6th chapter, you're gonna reign forevermore, and that's literally forever, eternity. from infinity to infinity and beyond. This is Wisdom of Solomon 7 and 11. Yeah, 7 and let me see. Yeah, I'll start 10. It says, I loved her above health and beauty, and chose to have her instead of light. For the light that cometh from her never goeth out. So this wisdom is eternal, man. It never goes out. It's always powerful. It's always flowing. And hey, you should choose this wisdom above your health, above your beauty. Okay, none of this stuff matters. Only thing that matters is having this wisdom in your inward parts, serving Yahweh Shema Shai. Because at the end of the day, we're going to be changed. We're going to be made better. So the best thing to do is to focus on His wisdom. Focus on Yahweh Shema Shai. And of course, have that balance as well. But this is what comes first. This is what is above all things. It says all good things came to me with her, and innumerable riches in her hands, right? So if you put wisdom number one, you put wisdom first, and you seek after this wisdom, all things are going to come to you. Your health is going to be made better. You're going to be beautified if you align yourself with wisdom. If you seek wisdom, all good things will come to you, as they came to King Solomon. He had 1,000 women, a kingdom of prosperity. No one came up against him. No one wanted to fight him. He was rich above riches. He said, in innumerable riches in her hands. Innumerable. This is what King Solomon had. He had innumerable riches, and that's all because he seeked wisdom. It says, and I rejoice in them all, because wisdom goeth before them, and I knew not that she was the mother of them. So through wisdom, you get these things. You're going to get any and everything that you have ever desired through wisdom. And the Lord said that He's going to give us the desires of our heart in the book of Psalms. He said He's going to give us the desires of our heart. And that's all because we are aligning ourselves with wisdom, putting on as the elect. It says, I learned diligently. So he learned diligently, and going back to the point of studying. You have to study. You got to be in these words. And that's the only way that you're going to get the wisdom is studying. Study to show thyself approved. Putting in that work. First and foremost, praying to Yahweh Shema Shai. Ask Him to increase you. Ask Him to give you more wisdom and knowledge. And He's going to give it to you as He gave to King Solomon. But you have to be diligent. You got to seek these things. As Solomon seek wisdom. He seeked understanding. And it was given to him. It says, I learned diligently and do communicate her liberally. I do not hide her riches. So it's all about being diligent, man, putting in that work. So this is the book of Proverbs 4 and verse 5. It says, get wisdom, get understanding, forget it not, neither decline from the words of my mouth. So we are to get wisdom. This is what we are to be chasing. Not this world, not money, not a goddamn woman, but riches, understanding from these scriptures. And put these things in our inward parts and hide them. Don't forget them. It says, forsake her not, for she shall preserve thee. Love her, and she shall keep thee. She's going to protect you. She's going to make sure that you have long life. Because if you have wisdom, you're going to walk in it. You're going to walk according to it. You're not going to do something that's foolish and it's going to lead to your death. In the book of Sirach, it says not to be with a bold fellow. You're not going to be amongst these niggas. These niggas are all about confrontation. All about contention. Blood. It says to not be with the man that has power to kill. That's what these niggas have. And then what does that lead to you? Death. It leads to your destruction. Because someone eventually is going to be after them. They're going to put them to death. There's many other great elements in these scriptures, man, that we ought to live by. That's gonna lead to our long life, following the law, statutes, commandments. It says, forsake her not, for she shall preserve thee, love her, and she shall keep thee. Wisdom is the principal thing, so wisdom is number one. It's above all things. Therefore, get wisdom. So if this is number one, get it. Seek it. And with all thy getting, get understanding. You have to understand the wisdom. You have to understand why Yahweh Shema Shai said do this, said do that. Know why the Lord said don't commit adultery. Know why the Lord said two men should not lie with each other. Two women should not lie with each other. Why a man shouldn't put on a woman's clothing. So on and so forth. Get the understanding of these things. Because ultimately, it all leads to death. All leads to destruction. It all leads to your downfall. Why the Lord said don't eat pork. That's wisdom. Not to eat shrimp. That is wisdom. Those things destroy your health. Those things destroy your mental stability. It's gonna lead to your downfall, man. It says, exalt her, and she shall promote thee. She shall bring thee to honor when thou doest embrace her. So this is wisdom is gonna lead you to honor. It's gonna bring honor to you. It's gonna bring you kingship. That's what happened to King Solomon. And this book was wrote by King Solomon, the wisest man to ever walk the planet Earth. Besides Yahweh Shai, of course. And they are the same spirit. They are one. Which is the Lord kept that promise that he made to Solomon. They are one in the spirit. It says, she shall give to thine head an ointment of grace. Yeah, ornament of grace. A crown of glory shall she deliver to thee. Right. So this wisdom is gonna bring us to a kingdom. It says that wisdom bring it to a kingdom. It's gonna make us kings. Forsaking everything in this world and seeking Yahweh Shema Shai, that is what's gonna make us kings. That's what's gonna make us number one in this world. Not trying to be like Rowdy Rich, not trying to be like Bill Gates, Elon Musk, none of these niggas shaving your head bald, shaving your face bald, chasing a bag. That's not gonna help you. That's only gonna lead to your death. Only going to lead to your destruction, pain, suffering, torments. That's what Yahweh Shema Shai is about to bring on this earth. And you want no parts of that. So the best thing for you to do is this. Matthew 19:27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? So you are to forsake everything in this world. Give it all up. Throw it all to the wayside. Be an average Joe. Work a job. Have a decent car. Crib over your head, man. And pray and serve and worship Yahweh Ba'ashem and Yahweh Shai. And do as he said. Be not a hearer only, but a doer also. Do as the Lord told you to do. Apply these things to your life. And then you will get this. And it's for the men first and foremost. It says, and Yahweh Shai said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye shall also sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. So in these times right now, he said in the regeneration, you follow me unto the very end, to your next life. To your next life, man. You're regenerated. Back generation. Coming back in your generation. You follow Yahweh Shai until the very end. In these times we in right now, Rome 2.0, Esau Edom's kingdom. He is the end of the world. Then what? We're gonna be kings. We're gonna judge the 12 tribes of Israel. We're gonna be above them. The elect, being joined unto Yahweh Shai. So we suffer with him, we shall reign with him. We're gonna reign with Yahweh Shai if we suffer with him. Just being average guys out here. Not trying to be like these people getting the fame right now. seeking the glory right now, seeking the women and everything, man. All that's going to be added to us. It says, and everyone that forsaketh houses or brethren or sisters or father or mother or wife or children or lands for my name's sake. So doing this all for the name of Yahweh Shem Shai, following his command, shall receive 100-fold. So you're going to receive 100-fold of these things. You're going to receive 100 wives, 100 children, 100 mothers and fathers, sisters and brothers. A big old family. You know what they called father and mother-in-law. You're going to have all of that. And that's all because you followed Yahweh Shai. All because you followed wisdom. As King Solomon followed wisdom. And he got all of this. It says, and shall inherit everlasting life. That's the end goal, to get that everlasting life from Yahweh Shem Shai. Being changed. Having new bodies. Not feeling pain anymore. Not having to worry about getting sick. Not having to worry about, pains in your body. Back hurting. Legs hurting. Arms hurting. Working. We ain't got to work no more. We ain't got to do any of that. And that's all from serving Yahweh Shem Shai. Following wisdom. Which, as I said in that Proverbs, the 4th chapter, is going to give you a crown. They're going to give you a glorious crown. A glorious crown. And that's also in Wisdom of Solomon. Not Wisdom of Solomon. 2nd Esdras, the 2nd chapter. The elect, those men that stood so stiffly for the name of Yahweh Shem Shai, they're going to be crowned. And that's because they seek the wisdom. They put wisdom to the at the forefront of their life. Not anything else. Not their hurt. Things that they may be going through. The loss of certain things, so be it. Count it all dung. As Paul said. We count all these things dung. It's shit. It's nothing. This life means nothing. Even if you do got things, it means nothing. According to what Yahweh Shem Shai is going to give us. This is truly the best thing we can ever be doing, man. Even it seems like, you ain't getting nothing right now. But you got everything. Hey, that's Revelation, the 2nd chapter. It says, but thou art rich. Let me just read it right quick. Well, it was a little more than Matthew. I'll just go back to it. But it's Revelation. Revelation 2 and 9. It says, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty. So these are the things that we go through. We go through tribulation. We go through poverty. But thou art rich. We're rich because we have this wisdom, this knowledge, this understanding of this Bible. We have it all, man. We have any and everything that we can ever desire. Hey, right here is just it's already waiting for us. We just gotta endure until the very end. We gotta keep on going, keep fighting, and let no man take our crown. It says, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan, because you got a lot of Israelites that's claiming to be, of the fold of Yahweh Shem Shai, but they follow after Esau Edom. They follow after this world, and they're truly of the synagogue of Satan. The Lord ain't dealing with them, and they're ultimately going to be destroyed. But as for us, we're going to be crowned. We're going to be number one in the world to come. This is Matthew 19 and 30. It says, and many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. So all these people that are trying to be first in this world, even Israelites, so-called Hebrew Israelites, man, trying to be number one in this life, trying to be a Hebrew and a Hellcat, fucking it's Sakari University, IUIC, Bishop Nathaniel, riding on a white horse, looking all glorious, man. Hey, Israelites with lineups, beard lined up, head lined up, silver and gold on their garment. Trying to be first in this world. Well, man, first in this world is going to lead you to being last in the kingdom. You're going to be a 2/3. You're going to be destroyed, and you're going to have everlasting shame and contempt. Looking down for a very long time because you didn't do what was right. You seeked after this world. You seeked after fame of this life and riches of this life, which is only going to lead to your downfall. Because true wisdom, following what Yahweh Shema Shai told us to do, that's what's going to get us at the top of the food chain. That's what's going to get us everlasting life. That's what's going to get us a right-hand side seat next to Yahweh Shai. So, hey, seek this wisdom. I'm going to end on this. Well, I'll finish this Proverbs. Let me see. Proverbs 4. Yeah, Proverbs 4 and verse 6, verse 10, Salakia. It says, "Hear, O my son, and receive my sayings, and the years of thy life shall be many." So going back to the point that this word gives us everlasting life. This word gives us long life. Hey, but being a nigga, being like these people out here in this world, that only leads to your death. You can't even look at a nigga because he's emotional. He's not a man. He doesn't have what Wisdom of Solomon, the 8th chapter, says. That fortitude, that prudence, justice, righteousness. He doesn't have any of that. Only thing that's on his mind is blood, murder. Just like Esau, Edom. You know? A not knowing how to turn the other cheek. Not knowing, how to answer not a fool according to his folly. A soft answer turneth away wrath. These things are wisdom. And that causes you to have long life. It causes, you to be protected, man. So it says, Matthew 6 and 33, "But seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you." So we have to seek the kingdom of Yahweh Shema Shai and his righteousness. Let me go into this word righteousness. Okay, this is a Greek word.
Strong's G 1343. Dikaiosune. Dikaiosune.
Okay, diakesune. It says, in a broad sense, state of him who is as he ought to be. Righteousness, the condition acceptable to Yahweh. So this is what we ought to be following. The words, the laws, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. What Yahweh Shai told us to do. Going out here in these highways and byways. Being a brother, being charitable. Okay, applying the words. They not being as this world is, man, following after this world. And this is what righteousness is. It says the doctrine concerning the way in which men may obtain a state approved of Yahweh, integrity, virtue, purity of life, rightness, correctness of thinking, feeling, and acting. In a narrow sense, justice or the virtue which gives each his due. Right? So, walking according to wisdom. Walking according to the words of Yahweh Shema Shai, his commandments, what the Lord has told us to do. From the rooter to the tutor, following it. Not having a problem with it, but following it. If you want the kingdom, if you want everlasting life, you got to do what Yahweh Shema Shai told you to do. He gave us a blueprint. Ain't no other way to build this building. It's like you following a blueprint and you trying to do something a whole nother way. Well, I want to put this brick here. Well, no, the building is going to fall over. But if you do as I tell you to do, it's going to be stable. It's going to be the strongest, tallest building that has ever been. And that's what Yahweh Shema Shai is telling us. You're going to be at the top of the world. You're going to be saved. You're going to be delivered. You're going to be protected. You're going to get any and everything that you have ever wanted. But what? Seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh. Right? Seek the kingdom of Yahweh Shema Shai. I'm going to read over Matthew 6:33. But seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. So seek Yahweh Shema Shai. Seek his righteousness. Don't seek this world. Seek wisdom and knowledge and apply these things. Speak to myself first and foremost. And all these things are going to be added onto us. Whatever we want, whatever we desire, whatever we seek, we're going to get it. So hey, I pray this lesson was edifying. I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rechak, Wadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do it well. And salutations and blessings to you, Akim, that I push in this word with truth, sincerity, and charity. Shalom, wa, abababal.